Hi, this is Chuck Smith. Thank you for joining me. A little quickly about me. I was a cop for 15 years. I flipped over 4,000 houses. I've been teaching my system since 2003. And as you're going to see, I'm one of the few teachers that can prove it. After watching this video, I'm going to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that I'm for real and my system works, and it works for anybody who's going to implement it. Don't take financial advice from anybody that doesn't earn 5 times your salary. That's been my saying for a number of years. And the way I'm different is I teach others to earn a high income. And then and only then you build wealth. What I mean by that is that a lot of these other systems out there, they teach you how to build wealth for tomorrow. Well, you can't take wealth down to the grocery store. You can't pay your mortgage with it. You can't pay for your car payment with it. You need cash for that, and that's what I teach you to do, how to earn a high income. Some of the ways that I teach you to make money, here's 9 basic ways. Contractor signing, how to earn $1,000 to $3,000 per transaction with only a few hours invested in it. I also teach wholesaling, and I teach you how to sell to a different type of buyer, one that's going to buy anywhere from 3 to 7 deals from you. I teach retailing. That's the hardest part of the real estate investment world. You don't want to start here. A lot of other teachers will tell you that you want to start here because it's where you make the most money. But I teach you to get a few deals under your belt and then do retailing. Retailing is basically where you buy a house, renovate it, and you turn around and sell it. I also teach rehabbing. Within my system, it's called the Tough Cop Contractor Management Program. I teach you how to manage contractors, give you all the paperwork to do that. I also teach fast turning the deed, how to get paid by the seller to take the house, and how to sell the deed to your buyer. I teach fast turning luxury homes. On this one, it says I made $92,000 on one deal. On a recent deal, I made $225,000 on a deal. How to build and cultivate a buyer's list. This is the most important aspect of the business. I don't know why these gurus out there don't teach it, but basically it's a huge mistake to go out and buy a house and then try to sell it to somebody. First, you want to determine who wants the house, where they want the houses, and how much they want to pay for them. You build a list of buyers, and then and only then you go out and you look for deals. I also teach lease options and owner financing. Owner financing is a huge profit margin for me. One of the things I'll teach you how to do is buy a house, get the seller to create a mortgage for you, and they act as a bank and you make payments to them. And then you, somewhere down the road, you turn around and you call them up and you say, hey, I came into some money. I'd like to pay this mortgage off. Can you take less for it? Inevitably, they usually do. So that's owner financing. Here's what I don't do and what I don't teach. I don't teach landlording. We don't own. We don't rent these houses. We get in, we get out, we get paid quickly. You don't use any of your own money or credit. I had neither when I first started out. No waste of time on these pie-in-the-sky creative deals that you read about in bestseller books on real estate investing. Basically, those will work 1 out of maybe 1,000 times. We don't deal with any of that. We don't deal with unmotivated buyers. Our buyers basically are begging us to sell them the houses because they're such good deals. And we don't waste time doing what all the broke amateur investors out there are doing. Give you some proof here. This was my my W-2 from last year as a cop. This is what I made, $46,000. This is what I made for my little part-time business in real estate investing. This is the last year. I did it part-time before I went full-time. This is $583,000, and that's cash in hand. That's before taxes, of course, but that's cash in hand. That's not equities or anything like that. That's money that I collected. And everything you're going to see here is here's a sworn affidavit. Everything you're going to see here has been certified by an attorney and a general counsel for a title company. These are my profits over a 30-day period when I went full-time. This is my first 30 days, and this is what I earned. $162,000. This is a student of mine. I love this guy because he was in the same situation I was when I first started out in real estate. He just came out of bankruptcy. This is what he did on one deal, $106,000. These are samples of some students' checks. This another student of mine. When I talk about getting the deed and get sellers to pay you to take the deed from them, this guy got paid $10,000 to take the deed. Keep in mind, this is before he even sold the house. Here's my promises: real results, real deals, no hype. I'm going to tell you exactly what I did and do to make money. I'm not holding anything back. And if you want my help, you can get it without emptying your wallet. None of this multi-$1,000 2-3 day seminars. You can learn everything I have in one simple system. And you're not going to find a more qualified teacher than me, and you're not going to find a simpler way to make money in real estate. These are how my transactions went. As you can see, first was a third, first $5,000, $25,000, and $6,000. This is what I made. And these, keep in mind, all these years 1 through 3, actually 1 through 4, were part-time before I went full-time into real estate. And this is what I made for my little side business out of my 8x12 home office. Action equals momentum, and this is what produces confidence when you get a check in your hand. That's all that matters. This is what's going to get your spouse on board, your other family members. It's what's going to get them to believe in you when you actually make money. Get out there and do deals. Don't sit in the bleachers. More samples of contract assignments I did over a 30-day period. Just think about how much that $7,500, if you only did this aspect of my system, how much of a difference that would make in your life. $7,500 a month. Other students deal? You think you got hurdles to overcome, obstacles? This guy just got out of federal prison. Was a convicted felon on parole. He still got out there, used my system, made $10,500 on his first deal. This guy was actually a police officer. He was only on 2 years. And within 4 months, you can see what he made, $70,000. More profit checks. A student of mine from Canton, Ohio. One of my retail deals, $68,000 on one deal. Here's another story I like to tell. It's the news did a story on one of my houses. I call it the House of Horrors. I actually made $20,000 on that deal, but when they did the story, I put up signs on the house, got some free advertising, and I estimate I probably made an extra $40,000 in profits from deals it brought me when they aired the story. The retail deal, $55,000. Here's an owner finance deal, $47,000. I also teach in my system private lending, how to raise all the private money you need for those deals that require money. Here's a student of mine, raised $1.5 million. I teach fast turning luxury homes. I'm not going to read everything to you, but you can see high-end profits. A lot of people love this because they're in very nice neighborhoods, dealing with high-end clients, high-end sellers. You don't have to invest hardly any money of your own, and you're not actually bound to sell the property. If you don't sell it, then you just move on. You're not obligated in the contract, as you'll see later on. Why would the seller do it? No out-of-pocket cost for the seller. There's no renters to deal with, and then the list goes on and on. Basically, the seller is going to be paid full amount for their property, so it's not a hard sell. Here's one of my high-end luxury home deals. Other one I did. I know I'm slamming you with the proof here, and you're like, why is he showing me so many checks? Well, I'm trying to prove to you and show you that I'm real, and that my students are real, and they're actually doing these deals, and if you put the effort forward, you could become one of them. Here's a student of mine from a small town in Pennsylvania. My system works whether it's a small town or a big city. This is what I include. How to do contract assignments with only a few hours worth of work, how to make about $3,000 on each deal, getting the deed, getting sellers to take the deed, fast turning the deed, how to sell that deed to somebody else. It also includes my 911 marketing system. That's broken up into two sections. The first section is no money involved, where you don't have to invest any money for your advertising. And the second section is once you have some money to invest, where you invest in some advertising. And here's the most important aspect. This is where you start, how to build and cultivate a buyer's list. You do not go out and buy a house and then try to find a seller. You determine who wants to buy the house, how much they want to pay for it, and where they want to buy it. Then and only then do you go out and you put houses under contract. I also include seller financing, my private lender system, how to raise all the money you need, my contractor management system, and also schematic drawings of every component of the house. If you don't know anything about a house, by the time you're done reading my system, you're going to know everything you need to know.